So are we going to witness this bullish crossover which we have been waiting since couple of days? Because we are aware, guys, in the past price action we have found out whenever the 20 exponential moving average has crossed above this 50 exponential moving average, after that we have seen some very bullish price movement playing out here. If we look at this from past price action, you can see whenever this 20 exponential, this green line was above this 50 exponential moving average, after that we have seen some very impulsive price movement playing out here, and vice versa. I mean, when 50 exponential moving average was above this 20 exponential moving average, the price of Bitcoin started showing this bearishness, as you can see, right? Each and every time the 50 exponential was above this 20 exponential moving average, we show this bearishness. And in our case, if you look at this carefully, this is still a bearish crossover because the 50 exponential is still above this 20 exponential moving average, but it might be changing very soon. So that's why, since the price is already above this 50 exponential moving average and also above the 20 exponential moving average, even though right now we are showing this weakness, any sort of a retracement today, this moving average, the 20 exponential moving average and also this 50 exponential moving average between this 22,500 to 23,000 is going to be a very important line of support. Because if we look here to the downside, MACD is still a bullish MACD cross, RSI line is clearly above 50 level, and also this T3CCI indicator in a positive territory, clearly in favor of bulls. So that's why if this momentum is going to remain and price is also going to continue this formation, because if you look at this carefully, we are following this higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern type of scenario. So if the price of Bitcoin is going to see this retracement towards this 20 exponential moving average and also this 50 exponential moving average, this line are definitely going to be acting as a strong line of support for Bitcoin. Because if you look at this formation here and simply at this curve line, you can also see it does looks like the price of Bitcoin each and every time whenever we have seen this retracement after testing the support around this curve line, we have seen a very nice bounce. So right now as well, if this trend continuation is going to happen, then this curve line could be again acting as a support, just like here from the past price action. So that's why we are aware around this 22,500, 23,000, the price of Bitcoin is forming a very nice support at this current stage. And if you look at this price structure in a bit different way, another very interesting scenario is unfolding. Let me show you here. Now, before I switch into other chart, I just want to make you aware we have up to $5,150 crypto exchange bonus available for you in the description down below. PHEMEX is giving around $4,100 bonus after your initial deposit, and BYBIT around $1,050 bonus. So if you are an experienced trader, if you want to take advantage of this market volatility, the link is provided in the description down below, so feel free to check it out. Now let's switch the chart. So yesterday on my video we talked about this very interesting scenario. First was this bull flag which was pointing us if this trend continuation is going to happen, then we could be getting gravitated around this 26,000, and this 26,000 is going to be our upcoming price target for Bitcoin. And if we also add this Fibonacci extension line, according to this Fibonacci extension line, this 100% Fibonacci extension line was also lying parallelly around this 26,000 area. So that's why we found out around this 26,000 is where we could be getting gravitated if this trend continuation is going to happen. But before we see this impulsiveness, what did I tell you guys? If we want to overcome this obstacle and continue this impulsive movement here in this manner, first we have to find a proper support over this 0.618 Fibonacci line. And yesterday, you can see the price of Bitcoin did broke above this 24,000, the 0.618 Fibonacci line, but it failed to find support. So this bullish breakout turned into a fake out, and price again showed this retracement towards this 0.5 Fibonacci line. So right now guys, our eyes are going to be around this 0.618 Fibonacci line, which is around 24,000 as our potential resistance area, and here to the downside, the 0.5 Fibonacci line around 23,000 as our potential support area. So if we are going to consolidate some more between this range, we are more than happy to see that, right? Because we know 26,000 is still considered as our upcoming price target. But what we know also this 20 exponential along with this 50 exponential and even this curve line is going to be acting as a strong line of support between this 22,500 to 23,000 range. So that's why right now it's very important for us to remain above that support line. Why? Because if we manage to remain above this 22,500 to 23,000 support line, then the next month CPI line could be lining up parallelly. What I mean by that, let me show you here. So let's talk about this pivotal point and also a leading indicator which has been one of the best indicators so far. Why? Because it has always given us the information beforehand, and also looking at this pivotal point we can find out the support and resistance area for Bitcoin. And since today it's 31st of July, tomorrow we are going to get a new CPI line and also new target for Bitcoin. So since the price after approaching around this top CPI line yesterday, we found a resistance and now we are showing this weakness. So if this trend continuation is going to happen here, I mean the price of Bitcoin is going to see this reversal here to the downside, then according to this CPI indicator, the central CPI line, which is around 23,000, is going to be one of the strongest line of support for Bitcoin. We found out with the previous example, the 0.5 Fibonacci line around that area is going to be a very strong line of support, also around 23,000, and this 50 and 20 exponential is also going to be acting as a strong line of support around 22,500 to 23,000 area. So that's why guys, that's why we know now this lower area is turning into a very strong support line for Bitcoin. Guys, if you also calculate the top, the bottom and the area where the candle is going to close, the top was somewhere around 24,700 for the July month and the bottom was somewhere around 18,700. And now if the candle is going to close somewhere around 23,000, then if you add all these three numbers, divide by 3, then we could be getting a number around 22,100, 22,300. So this is where the central CPI is going to be lining if the daily is going to close around this 23,000 for July month. So now you know 22,000 area is going to be the central CPI for the August month. What I mean by that, the next month CPI could be somewhere around here. I mean something like this. So let's hope that it's going to be a parallel CPI, because parallel CPI means any sort of a retracement, the same lines are going to be one of the strongest line of support because the price of Bitcoin is above this area. So that's why guys, that's why we want the price of Bitcoin in a daily time frame to close above this 23,000 to 22,500 range, because by doing that we could be forming a parallel lining CPI, which is going to be a very strong line of support, and also the month of August could be in favor of bulls. And now guys, let's not just only focus on the scenario which are clearly in favor of bulls, but also some bearish scenario, because we have found out in the past price action during this FOMC meeting and after the FOMC meeting, the price of Bitcoin has showed more of this pump and dump type of formation. If you look at this from May 4th, bullish breakout turn out into fake out. I mean the price of Bitcoin showed this gain around 7% but retraced almost like around 36.5%. Here a very similar scenario unfolded. Bullish breakout during the FOMC June 15 meeting, 14.4% breakout, and then a retracement of 23.41%. Here, if you look at this breakout after this July 27 FOMC meeting, we had a very nice impulsive price movement. The price of Bitcoin surged almost like around 17.58%. So we don't want another very similar scenario to play out here. I mean, after this bullish breakout, a fake out type of formation. But we are aware here. If you look at the price formation, this was clearly a lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern. That's why the price broke here to the downside. Here, if you compare the previous high and previous low, the price was showing this weakness. But right now, if you look at this formation, this is higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern. So since the price of Bitcoin has made a new high, maybe this could be holding the line around this 22,500 to 23,000 range. So that's why guys, this fake out here could be more in favor of bulls rather than here to the downward direction. But I still thought it's necessary to talk about it. And beside this guys, what I also want to include is this ascending broadening wedge, because we have talked about all the bullish scenario. But if we look at the bearish scenario as well, we know 22,500, 23,000 is going to be a very important line of support for us around this area. So if we do see the price of Bitcoin remaining above that line, then we know this could be looked as a breakout of this ascending broadening wedge, even though this is considered as a bearish scenario. But if we are going to fail to find support at this 22,500, 23,000, then we have to be very careful, because this here is a clear sign of weakness, because each and every time the price of Bitcoin has tested the upper line area from this ascending broadening wedge, we have always seen a retracement. So that's why, since the price has already tested the upper line area from this ascending broadening wedge, we have to be very careful, because if this trend continuation is going to happen here in this manner, then we also want the support around 22,500, 23,000 to hold the line, because if we are going to fail to hold that support line, then we could be again showing this weakness, and price of Bitcoin could be retesting the support around this lower line area, and this lower line support is again going to bring the price below 20,000. So let's hope that the price of Bitcoin does somehow manage to find support above this 22,500, 23,000 range, and also continue this impulsive movement. So these are some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button, and also for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.